What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, exclusively here as always on the Casa D18 Studios channel. I, of course, am your host, the Renegade JJ Williams, and today we're going to be discussing 2011's Larry Crowne, starring Tom Hanks, Julia Roberts, Gugu Mbatha-Raw, Wilmer Valderrama, Pam Grier, Cedric the Entertainer, Taraji P. Henson, Bryan Cranston, Rami Malek, Maria Canals-Barrera, Rita Wilson, George Takei, Rob Riggle, and Randall Park. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me here once again for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews. And like I said during the introduction, today we're going to be discussing 2011's Larry Crowne. Now, as our movie opens, we meet Larry Crowne, a middle-aged Navy veteran who is fired from his job at a big box retail store due to his lack of college education, despite his seniority and exemplary work. Larry, who is divorced and lives alone, cannot find a job, and as a result, he could end up losing his house. Larry's neighbor, Lamar, advises him to enroll at East Valley Community College and get his education. Subsisting on unemployment benefits and unable to drive his SUV, Larry buys a scooter from Lamar. At the college, Larry becomes part of a colorful community, trying to find a better future for themselves. He is nicknamed Lance Corona by a classmate named Talia, and two of the classes that he takes are speech, taught by Mercedes Tano, and economics, taught by Dr. Ed Matsutani. Larry initially struggles in his speech class, but he excels in economics. Mercedes drinks at home after school because she is unhappily married to Dean, a former professor turned writer turned blogger, who in reality spends his days looking at internet porn. Talia invites Larry to join a club of scooter riders, which is led by her boyfriend, Del Gordo. She also updates Larry's home decor, hairstyle, and wardrobe. Larry's friend, Frank, who runs the diner nearby, offers him a job in order to help him make ends meet, as Larry was a Navy cook. After an evening with Dean goes horribly wrong, Mercedes is left alone at a bus stop where Larry and his scooter club notice her. Larry offers her a ride home, which she reluctantly accepts. On their way home, Larry and Mercedes witness Dean getting arrested for drunk driving. At her front door, Mercedes invites Larry to kiss her, and they end up hugging, although Mercedes thinks that they are kissing. She wants to have sex as well, but Larry declines, not wanting to take advantage of her in her drunken state. When Dean arrives home the following morning, he finds all of his possessions on the front lawn. After realizing that there is no way he will not lose his house, Larry uses the knowledge that he gained in his economics class to begin a strategic foreclosure. Mercedes, meanwhile, warns Larry not to disclose the events of the previous night and remains under the false impression that he is involved with the much younger Talia. This disappoints Larry, who had been excited about Mercedes' interest in him, so he goes back to concentrating on his studies and his job. Mercedes ends up running into Talia, who is telling her English teacher, Frances, that she will be dropping out of college to open up her very own thrift store. Mercedes finds out that Talia and Larry are just friends. And later, Frances comes over to Mercedes' apartment in order to provide emotional support due to her divorcing Dean. Finals come, and Larry is scheduled last. He gives a speech about his travels around the world while in the Navy. And when he is finished, Larry is given a big round of applause by his classmates and an A+ grade from Mercedes, who is now much, much happier in her life and has rediscovered her passion for teaching. A short while later, Mercedes and Frances show up at Larry's diner, and Mercedes lets him know that he was an excellent student, to which Larry replies that she was an excellent teacher. When the next term at school begins, some of the students from Mercedes' speech course register for her Shakespeare class, but Larry is not with them. Instead, Larry is seen to be taking Dr. Matsutani's second term economics class. When Mercedes walks to her office and sees a note from Larry on the door, which is an invitation for French toast, with the address to his brand new apartment. She drives there, and they kiss as our movie comes to its close. This was a cute little rom-com. And again, I didn't really know what to expect. I figured it was about a guy named Larry Crowne, hence the title of the movie. But who is Larry Crowne? What does he do? Why do we care about his story? And when he gets fired from the big box retailer for lack of education, and then he begins his journey through school, meeting Talia, meeting Mercedes, meeting the other students in the class, and forming bonds and friendships with all of them, to eventually turning into a romantic relationship with Mercedes as the movie ends. This was a really cute love story, really cute rom-com. And, I talked about how I feel like Sandra Bullock is the female equivalent to Tom Hanks, as far as Tom Hanks being the lovable boy next door, charming. Virtually every movie is of C grade or better. Most of them being the A-B quality, but there have been a few back there that in the beginning of his career that weren't as good as the films that he's best known for these days. I feel Sandra Bullock's kind of the same way. She's that quirky girl next door that you just love. But you also got to give some props to Julia Roberts being in that role as well. You talk about films like Pretty Woman, Runaway Bride. You talk about, Erin Brockovich. And then you see her in this film, and it's like she very much had that quirky girl next door image about her as well. But I don't feel like we hear from Julia Roberts as much anymore as we should for a person with the career that she has had. Maybe I'm just following the wrong films, but I haven't heard about Julia Roberts that much in recent years. So to see her pop up in this and be a love interest for Tom Hanks and to see their chemistry together, while both of them are still strong in Hollywood and making sturdy films, I hope they work together again. Honest to God, their chemistry was amazing in this, and it was just such a joy to watch them feed off each other and watch her turn her feeling around from the way she kind of held him in regard, thinking that this older man was dating Talia, this 20-something, college student, only to find out that she was just a support system for him. She was encouragement. She was a friend trying to, push him through his journey and his adventures. And the end game was Mercedes the whole time. So cool. When it comes to my rating for this film, I'm going to give this one 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed this one that much. And again, I implore you guys, go out there, look for this film. Shouldn't be too hard to find. I'm not sure if it's on any of the streaming services, but you can probably pick up a copy on Amazon or on eBay for under $10. Do it. You'll thank me later. 4.5 out of 5 stars for Larry Crowne. What do you guys think out there? Those of you that have seen this film, let me know. If you're watching the premiere, leave your thoughts and comments over here. If you're watching on demand later in the day, leave your thoughts and comments down here. Whatever you do, though, when you get out there on social media, let's try to get those hashtags trending. Hashtag Casa D18 Studios, hashtag Renegades Reviews, hashtag Renegade Returns, and of course, the ever popular hashtag Shenanigans. We interrupt this episode of Renegades Reviews for an important announcement about
merchandising.
Merchandising? What's that?
Merchandising. Come, I'll show you. Merchandising, where the real money's made.
Make sure you go over to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network for all the t-shirts you see here from the West Coast professor, Jeff Meacham himself. You can get shirts for the Jeff Meacham Network, Talk Wrestling, as well as the red and gold Meachamania shirts. And while you're there, don't forget to get your shirts of the Casa D18 Studios Brotherhood, the Dads on Wrestling shirt, the Renegade JJ Williams, Statboy Sports Bar, and the hashtag Statboy Approved shirt. Make sure you go over to teespring.com/stores/Jeff Meacham Network and score your shirts today. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow, right back here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, for another brand new installment of Renegades Reviews, when we discuss, also from 2011, Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close, starring Tom Hanks, Sandra Bullock, Thomas Horn, Max von Sydow, Viola Davis, and John Goodman. You're not going to want to miss out on that one tomorrow, right back here on the Casa D18 Studios channel, right back here on an all-new installment of Renegades Reviews, when we discuss Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. To all my loyal fans and viewers out there tuned in for the premiere, leaving your thoughts and comments over here, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Likewise, all my loyal fans and viewers out there, tune in a little bit later in the day, watching on demand, leaving your thoughts and comments down here. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate all my loyal fans and viewers out there that tune in on a regular basis, showing me that love, showing me that support, going back into the archives, reliving, re-experiencing those old episodes in an effort to help boost up my viewership hours so I can eventually get monetized, make some money on this endeavor here. Thank you once again to each and every one of you that tuned in and joined me here today, and I will see you guys next time.